So thank you for inviting me to Educa Week. I'm Dr. Rona from Stanford University in California in the United States. And this is my second time in Educa Week. In 2017, I came invited by Marcos Talarico, SD Student Travel. And it was because he had seen my work with 13 Reasons Why, for which the executive producer was Selena Gomez. And I understand that you're a fan. The schools can help the students by recognizing that it's a multifactorial issue. Depression and anxiety aren't caused by one thing, so it can't be cured by one thing. We have to work together. The first thing is to recognize that there can be a problem, because if we just try to hide it, the word escondido, that's not okay. It doesn't go away. There's very few things that just go away when you ignore them. Actually, one thing that I sometimes say is that pain protects us. You know how the oyster, when it has something painful, it forms a pearl. If you don't recognize that there's something, the oyster would just get more and more injured, right? I don't know how to say oyster. Conchas. Yeah. And so you have to recognize that there's an issue, and then you have to create the pearl. And that's something that schools, parents, it can't be just the work of the one who's wounded. If the child or teenager has to do all the work, that's impossible. We don't make the wounded person do all the work in any area of medicine. You know, we don't make the person who has an appendicitis, we don't make them do their own surgery. Wow, there's so many consequences. I don't know if there's, the most serious, devastating would be if somebody dies by suicide. And that's, you know, that's something that we lose that person forever. And so we can't have that happen. The other things that are more common, maybe less severe, but the young person who's suffering can't live up to their potential. And so that becomes a loss for everyone else too. I talked in my talk about, you know, someone who, when the police were racist and they pulled him off his bicycle because they didn't think he was a student. They thought he had stolen the bicycle. And he didn't let that stop him. And he became a brain surgeon. But there's other people who maybe had the same thing happen, and then they gave up, and then they did something else, and we'll never know. So the tragedy is not just one thing. The tragedy is all of the ripple effect, like dropping a stone in the water, and then it just ripples in all directions. I think the most important thing is to know that it's okay to not be okay. And you can help me with the Portuguese on that.
Está tudo bem não estar bem.
Está tudo bem, não está tudo bem. Muito obrigada.
Thank you.